hard. Can we skip to the good part?
Malinin, of course, can go down in history again, but for what? In the 2022-2023 season, many skaters talked about 5 jumps. 4.5 turns are already real. There is a person who can consistently twist and move a quad axle cleanly. Means, and 5 not far off. Add something just half a turn, and here you are, a new word in the history of sports. But ISU, it seems, is not going to pay attention to such records. The price is completely different now. We decided to take a look at how the quintuple jump discussion has changed over the past year. Has anyone come close to this unattainable goal? And is it worth it? Piotr Gumenik is skeptical about 5 jumps. If a quadruple axel is really possible, and not only with Ilia Malinin, then 5 are unlikely. I don't think we'll see them anytime soon. Although, perhaps, some technique with pre-rotation will allow you to scroll 1 revolution on ice. Gumenik said in an interview with SPORT24. Artem Kovalev spoke more positively, but still he believes in only 1 skater. In an interview with Championship, Artem said, "I have no idea how this is possible either. At the moment, probably only Malinin can make 5 turns. No one else in Russia, definitely no one. I don't know how things will turn out." But there are those who are more positive about the situation. Can't stop progress? Leonid Svirdenko, in an interview with Championship, suggested that 5 jumps would appear in the future. Not en masse, but there are people who will perform them. Malinin has already performed the quadruple axel. I think, sooner or later, someone will also jump. It's just a matter of time. Alexandra Trusova has a positive attitude towards the quintuple. Recently, on the air of children's radio, she noted that she had tried the quintuple, but did not teach it purposefully. 5 jump? I think it's possible to jump it. There is one person who jumps 4.5 turns, said the skater. Coach Sergei Davidov during the season noted that the complication is the future of figure skating. The quadruple axel is already there. 100% someone will appear who will soon make 5. Davidov noted in an interview with SPORT24. Davidov's student Lev Lazarev has already started working on these complex elements on the floor. There is even a video. On the ice, Leo has not yet tried such difficult jumps even on a fishing rod, because for the 5 you need to have a stabilized quadruple. However, the twist of this guy is now very fast, and there is more than enough determination. Last fall, Gleb Lutfolin, a student of Alexei Mishin, expressed a desire to try the quintuple. On the bait, he has already twisted his quintuplets, but he has not yet taken a swing at such a jump without insurance. The off-season has already arrived, so maybe we'll wait for some surprise. A year ago, Mark Kondratyuk tried to twist the 5 Salchow in Beijing. Later he admitted that he still lacked half a turn to make the exit. Shoma Uno, at the same Olympic training, tried a 5-fold toe loop, also unsuccessfully. Daniel Grassel tried a quintuple Lutz at the show back in 2019, but, alas, he was also far from leaving. Many young guys tried to twist 5 turns on a fishing rod and drew attention to themselves. Now is the time to show and work on complications, so maybe we will see some new attempts. The general zeal seems to have become a little less. It will take a lot of effort to study the 5, but its execution will have little effect on anything. The most real contender for the quintuple jump is American Ilia Malinin. He coped with the quadruple axel throughout the season, and most recently his agent Ari Zakarian noted that the 5 jump is almost in Ilia's pocket. If someone wants to come and see what the quintuple jump looks like, he invites everyone to his place. Zakarian said in an interview with RIA Novosti. Another thing is that there is no point in this jump. You can move the sport further and erase the boundaries of the possible. The quintuple is not an ace in the hole, but rather a circus trick that does not even have a base cost. and it is unlikely that it will appear in the near future because such changes need to be lobbied in a special way. And Malinin received the lowest mark for the quadruple axel at the World Championships from the American judge. At the moment, the situation is such that complication does not guarantee first places. Malinin's 8 quadruple jumps for 2 programs provided him with only the bronze of the World Championship, and Kevin Amos stopped a few points behind him, who jumped only 2 quads for 2 programs. The quality of execution is more valuable than the pursuit of complexity. Any athlete wants not only to move their sport forward, but also to win, and now even extreme complication does not guarantee victory. Even Malinin does not treat his records as a goal, rather, as a means to achieve other goals. Otherwise, there would not have been such a discouraged reaction to scores in kiss and cry. In training, Ilia maybe will collect a 5 jump. But given the current situation, this step into the impossible will happen just for the sake of social media videos. And globally nothing will change. The value of such records was also revised by Alexandra Trusova. On the air of Sport, after the men's free program at the World Championships, the figure skater received a question from a subscriber. What would she choose to jump, the first 5 jump in the world or the gold of the Olympics? Sasha could not choose. She loves to be the first, and she has never jumped first among women and men. But Olympic gold is her dream, so it's very difficult to choose one. Then there was an interesting dialogue between Sasha and the host Lena Fedorova. Something tells me that if you were the first in the world to jump with 5s, then something tells me not. Being the first in history and doing the impossible is certainly very cool, but it does not always help to achieve the main goal. These skaters have already tried to land a quintuple jump. Someone tried it on a fishing rod for the sake of interest, but there are also completely fearless guys. Daniel Grassl. The Italian decided not to trifle and take the most difficult jump Lutz. In 2019 he tried to perform it at a show in Bologna. According to Grassl, he even had good attempts in training. Mark Kondratyuk. After performing at the Olympics, Kondratyuk tried the 5 Salchow ride on the Beijing ice rink. The closest attempt? 4.5 turns, Mark said after the Olympics. Shoma Uno. At the same training in Beijing, the Japanese Shoma Uno went to the 5-toe loop, but the attempts were also unsuccessful. Maxim Bilyavsky. In 2019, Bilyavsky's video made a real splash. Everyone started talking about quintuples after his attempt at a quinto loop on a fishing rod. Alessia Kalinina. Muscovite Alessia Kalinina was inspired by the attempt of Maxim Bilyavsky and also performed a 5 on a fishing rod only Salchow. Maria Simonova. At the age of 11, a figure skater from CSKA decided to try to twist the quintuple Lutz on a fishing rod and very successfully. Sofia Shafrina. A young student of Svetlana Panova's group also tried the 5 Salchow on a fishing rod. Such attempts usually end successfully because there is insurance. Trusova has already entered the 5. At the headquarters of Angelov Plashenko, Trusova already tried to go on a 5 jump with a fishing rod. This was told by Sasha's former classmate Sofia Muravyova.